West Ham 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3 at the London Stadium. Another shocking result, painful result. This is instant match reaction. I'm with Ryan. Ryan, mate, just poor, mate. Just a terrible result.
Yeah, shocking, mate. Shocking performance, really. I mean, especially the second half. You know, go 1-0 down early in the second half, then the red card, and then the collapse. And yeah, it's not great. I mean, we was all on a high after that great win at Forest, and then we had the international break, and we've come back today, and yeah, it just seems like we've gone back. You know, it's disappointing, really, and it's another heavy home defeat. That's only 2 home wins in 2025. It's not great reading, and as much as like we all praise Potter for the Forest performance and his substitutions, I think that he got it wrong today. And for him to take off our 2 best players after going 2-0 down, it's a bad day at the office for everyone involved, and Souček as well. Like, people can't defend that. It's a red card. At the end of the day, you know, you only got to look at the player's sock to see that he's gone in high. There was no arguments from Souček, really. He knew. And that killed the game because they scored the second goal straight after that. I mean, and to be honest, in the first half, mate, we should have been 1-0 down. Like, we was lucky to get away with that. I didn't think that that Van der Ven done much wrong. I think it was Fernandes that was pushing him in the back that's caused Walker Peters to go over. So we were very lucky there. But the worrying thing for me, and I don't know if it's the same for you, mate, is that when we went 1-0 down, there was just like, it was like we accepted it. We accepted defeat. And then the red card happened, and that was it. That was it. Game over. There was no fight left in that team, and then we was just crumbled.
Yeah, mate. And I've seen teams, even this season, go down to 10 men and show more fight and come back, and you feel like they could score. But yeah, like you said, and me and Jace were saying the same thing on the watch along. We can see the goal. That's it. Heads drop. Game over. And that is worrying, right, for a team, because that's nothing to do with, you know, the quality really of the team. That's down to the manager and instilling the belief in the team that, you know, we're never beat. And yeah, it was just poor. And I thought all the goals came so easy. You know, Hermansen again. Look, it weren't his worst game, but he did flap at quite a few goals, and he doesn't have the same shot stopping. He made a good double save, but I thought it was poor for him. But the goals seemed so easy. The ball over the top to start the second half. Poor, mate. That first goal, we come in. It's like, right, second half, 46 minutes in, bang, over the top, done.
The first goal, obviously from the corner, was Starr was just waiting at the back post, unmarked. And
that was pathetic.
Bergvall like done well really to hold off the defender from getting to Sarr, and it's an easy header for him, you know. But then you think to yourself, okay, 1-0, it's early in the second half. There's still a lot of game to play. Let's get back into it. And we just crumbled. We didn't look. Every pass was getting over hit or under it, and we just didn't look the same team. I mean, look, first 20 minutes, I thought we were the better team, but then Tottenham sort of took control, and they you know, they was getting corner after corner, and that you could see a goal was coming. And as I said, they got the goal. Lucky for us, the referee give it, which for me, as I said, I thought it was a goal. I didn't think there was much in it, so he was lucky. And you think luck's on your side. Second half, but even from the starting lineup, I said it last night, that I had a feeling that we might play the false 9, and that was Paqueta. Bowen went out onto the right, and Paqueta was and they're lumping balls up to him. You know, Kilman and Mavropanos are knocking 60, 70-yard balls up to Paqueta. What's he going to do? He's not going to win headers against them 2 centre-backs.
Yeah.
And
his delivery, Kilman, them balls are so inaccurate as well. The amount of times they've got for a throw or going to no man's land. But you're right. Like, I feel like had we had a proper striker on, say had Wilson start, I think we would have scored in that first half with what we were creating.
We was knocking the ball around well. We had a couple of good shots. I mean, Paqueta had one that he rolled past the post. He just couldn't get it under control. And I agree. If you've got Fulkrug and Wilson on the bench, start one of them. Just start one of them. They're fit enough to be on the bench. They're fit enough to start. Give Wilson a start. Give him 60, 65 minutes. See what he can do. But yeah, I don't know. And then look, when that Souček incident happened, as I said, it's a straight red. Like, it's a stupid. Like, I've got no problem with Souček trying to be committed, but he's got to get that ball, and he don't get the ball, and yeah, he's off.
Coming up
And then
like that, mate, because he loses the ball. The ball was, it was a sort of 50-50, right? But
yeah,
it's the way he goes up high like that. It was just rash. He just panicked, and
yeah, but
ultimately
yeah,
that's killed us.
and yeah, and you can't defend it. And then obviously they score straight from that free kick over the top. Mavropanos and Kilman out of position. Great header from Bergvall. You know, keeper no chance. And then you find yourself 2-0 down, 10 men back against the walls, and then you just fear the worst, and you think to yourself, this could be 4 or 5. Look, the main attention today was obviously on Kudus. Yeah,
The
I mean,
youth
he
did
didn't.
well, I thought, to keep
Yeah,
them quiet.
I thought, yeah, Diouf done well. You know, he put in a couple of good tackles that the crowd likes. But look, Kudos was enjoying it. He was enjoying it. He enjoys that pantomime villain thing, and he's playing up to the crowd, and he just got on with his game. And look, he's walking off. You know, he's trotting back over to North London tonight with the 3 points. And yeah, it was just, look, Van der Ven scores a great finish, right foot, bottom corner. Great work from Bergvall as well, who rightly was man of the match today. And look, you can't, after that second half collapse and performance from Tottenham, you can't deny them. They deserved the victory. We were poor. And there's a lot of questions to be asked, especially on, as I said, the substitutions from Potter, because I think he got them wrong.
Yeah, 100%. I'll quickly read this super chat from KMHD for 99 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. 3 years in Europe and a trophy. The board have proven that they can't progress this sleeping giant club. Have to do everything we can to get them out. Yeah, very, spot on. And I see Sullivan. They panned up to him with his jet black fucking dyed hair with his missus. But yeah, I thought my eyes are watering. I'm not crying, people. I assure you. My eyes water sometimes. Yeah, like, but you're right. Like the subs, the Ward-Prowse thing, right? The obsession that Potter seems to have with him to start him. He did nothing for most of the game, and he plays for over 90 minutes again for another pointless Irving sub.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
mean,
97th minute.
he took off Fernandez and Somerville and brought on Magassa and Guilherme. He should have been taking Ward-Prowse off and leaving Fernandez on. I
Yeah,
don't get that substitution. Fernandez was the only one that was trying to really get stuck in and break up play. He's got the youth on his side, you know. And then maybe playing him in there with Magassa, we could have not got something at the game, but we could have sort of closed it up a bit more to make it less embarrassing, because Tottenham were just passing it around and we were chasing shadows for the last 20, 30 minutes of that game. But yeah, I mean, Ward-Prowse must have something over Potter, because I don't know how he keeps playing for so long. He brought on, what did he take him off 92nd minute and brought on Irvine?
yeah.
I mean, there's no point in that substitution. I really don't get it. I'm sort of lost for words with
Yeah.
Potter today. You know, and we give him a lot of praise after the Forest game because he deserved it. But he's going to get, you know, I know we're going to do post-match pint tomorrow and go proper into it, but he's going to get criticised, and rightly so. And there's a lot of players there today that, especially in that second half, need to be looked at.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And like, I just look at Kilman for £40 million, mate. What have we got there? Like, he had an okay game against Forest. I thought overall we did well as a team to stop them. But just he's had a really just poor game once again, and I just don't know what he offers the team. I just look at it like I said, going forward. He's good on the ball, but he's passing. Rain is just poor. You know, he's positional awareness is poor. In the air, he's poor. 40 million.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of money for that we paid for him, and you know, you can see he's got the potential to be a half decent centre back. He was decent at Wolves, but for some reason it hasn't worked out for him. Maybe it's because he hasn't got a good enough partner next to him. But I don't know. Yeah, I agree. You know, he overhits the ball. He's out of position all the time, going forward. I mean, I think the commentator said he hasn't scored in 19 months. So yeah, it's not a great night to be a West Ham fan. You know, you don't like losing against London rivals, especially like that. But look, I'm not going to sit here and I can't criticise Spurs because they were the better team and they deserved it. You know, especially in that second half performance. First half was, as I said, it was a bit 50-50. We started off, probably had the first 15, 20 minutes. they probably had the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes of the second half. They were the better team. But yeah, it's another defeat. We're in the bottom three. It's another heavy home defeat to a London rival. And look, we've got Palace next. And if we lose next week, I know we all said that Potter will survive the season. But if we lose to Palace, mate, I can see him getting the sack, especially when there's a couple of good managers out there waiting in the wings to jump back into a job. So
yeah, I think he's got to, mate, because that would then be 6 games played, 5 losses, 1 win, including the Wolves game. So you just can't. There can't be any more excuses. I get it. Magassa hasn't played. Wilson, I get it. Sometimes you just got to be bold and brave, and that is a big game. Like, you can be a bit more cautious away from home, right? When you're at home to Spurs, you need to just put the best team on the pitch, right? And then take a gamble. I know, there's a chance Wilson could get injured, but like I said to Scott, his injury record is never going away, so he could always risk getting injured every time he plays. Magassa, I would like, rather than having Souček and Ward-Prowse, like, I don't know, man. I think he's on thin ice, Potter. I really do, and that's becoming a must-win.
And you see when the third goal went in, like the stadium started emptying out, and rightly so. And usually down the years, like, London derbies, you're 3-0 down, you'll get fans stand behind to criticise the team. But now they're just like thinking, I can't be bothered, and they just want to leave. They just want to get home because they're not being entertained at home. Like, away, we've had a couple of decent results, like under Potter away games, but at home, we haven't. I think, what's he got? 2 home wins since he's been there.
Well, apparently we've got 0 home wins since February, which is, I mean, I can't remember the home wins. We had one against, was it?
I think we beat Fulham, didn't we? We beat Fulham, and I think we beat, fuck knows. Forest, was it? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember, mate. That's how many, that's how bad it's been. But look, as I said, we're going to go into it more tomorrow on post-match pint, and we'll break it down a bit more. But yeah, it's not a great night to be a West Ham fan. It's another fucking heavy home defeat. And look, fair play to Spurs. They deserved it. They deserved all 3 points. I'm not going to sit here and say they didn't, because I'll be fucking lying. They were the better team.
One thing I'll say about Potter, one last thing I'll say is, when we do concede, he never really inspires any confidence. Camera cuts to him, and he just looks lost all the time. He's just there, like staring into space. Like, every time, there's nothing about him that can G the boys up, bring some fire into him. Come on, let's go. Like, he just stares into space, and I think, how must that be like for the players? Like, what is he saying to them at halftime? Like, where's the inspiration? Where's the fire? There's none of that.
I get that. Yeah, I get that, mate. He's not inspiring, is he? Like, he's not. As you said, the camera pans to him, and he looks lost. He's thinking, "What the fuck do I do now?" Like, he's got no. And it's not only that spills onto the pitch as well, because when you've got a manager that's not inspiring you think, "What do you say?" But then you've got players on the pitch as well. There's not. We've said it so many times. There's not enough leaders on that pitch. Not enough fight in that team, and it shows when we go 1-0 down against Spurs. Like, it's not. Oh, come on, lads, let's go again. Let's fucking get behind. Let's get something back in this game. But it's don't. It's like heads dropped. It's like they knew mentally we're going to lose this game now. It's like they had nothing. They didn't know what to do. They panicked. They're all looking around, and then when that red card happened, they must have thought, "Wow, well, that's it now. Game over. Game over." And then when the players are giving up, how can they moan at the fans for leaving early? How can they moan at the fans for not being inspired and getting behind the team?
That's it, because we know, like, they're done. There's none of that, like, right, here we go, boys. And the thing is, I've seen this quite a lot on the past few seasons, is when we're the losing team, we never look like the team that's chasing the game when we're losing. We look like the team holding on for the win, and the other team's chasing the game. Like, we're 1-0, 2-0 down, and we're back to the wall, like, every single time. And there's never that period when I watch so many other teams, right, and they're losing. They're just throwing the kitchen sink. They're on top. The other team's having to hold on to try and, protect their lead. but they can just throw players out. He can make subs and do what he wants. We're just sitting there. Oh, can't concede more. It's poor.
Yeah, no, I know, mate. I know it's fucking.
So,
It's disappointing. I'm like you, mate. Gutted. I'm like every West Ham fan out there tonight. Gutted. You know, Spurs fans will be enjoying this one tonight, and yeah, what can you say? There's nothing we can do now. The game's over. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let it ruin my night. You know.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, it looks like through mine now. My bloody eyes. Let's get some
it does look like you're just going to burst into tears, Dan.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, mate.
I've got nothing left. Oh God.
Yeah.
Like,
as I said, mate, poor day for us. Good day for Spurs. They deserve the 3 points, and yeah, we'll go into it more tomorrow.
Yeah, look out for post-match point. Fan cams are going to be going up shortly, so look out for them. And hit the like button on your way out. At least these are paying a little bit if you can. So yeah, thank you for watching. And we'll be back for some more stuff. One thing left to say. Come on, you irons.